Rachael Sanna, great riding. We've been absolutely thrilled watching JB Alabaster, the Grand Prix Coeur, Grand Prix Special today. You've done a great job. What's it like riding this super horse?
He's amazing to sit on, and I think I'm only just tapping into his natural power and expression and learning to ride it myself. I don't think I've sat on anything that's that expressive and that loose, and it's really making me become a better rider, I hope. And I'm hoping a nice sort of long stint in Europe next year leading up to the Olympics will improve my riding so that I can improve the horse again.
Rachael, that's great. Of course, we all think you're already doing a super job. You're a vastly underestimated rider. I think it's the fate of riders away from the centre of dressage. This is a horse that was difficult. It was a horse difficult to motivate from behind in the early stages. You've worked away at it, and really in not much time at all produced great work, great passage, great counter pirouettes. Today, a really super piaffe, the first piaffe at G. Your training techniques, obviously you've got a lot of natural feel and talent. You've trained with Clemens Dirks. You do a lot yourself at home.
Yes, I've been training with Clemens for about 24 and a half years now, and together he's helped me produce 4 Grand Prix horses now over the years. And all of them have represented Australia, so I have a lot of faith in Clemens. I did miss him this weekend, but I can always hear him in the back of my head, don't pull from behind, do this, do that. And I guess that's just over decades now of training together. You sort of have a rapport that does kick in when you're under a bit of pressure.
Also your extended walk, there's big marks there. I can't help but think for the special with the combination of passage, extended trot, there's more in your extended trot. I'm sure you'll be showing us that next year.
Well, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to be a little braver with the extended trot and the extended canter. That's my weak point as a rider with this particular horse, is I tend to ride it very safe. And I think I do need to open it up, and when it does open up on me at times is absolutely frightening in some ways, but amazing to sit on. And I haven't sat on anything like that. And at the National Championships this year in Sydney, he really let rip coming out of a corner under a little bit of a fright. But I couldn't sustain it, and together we sort of collapsed by X, and I had to pull him up and then ride safe for the next part. But you can see 2/3 of his front legs.
Yeah,
and I know fantastic. The power's behind.
Yeah, fantastic.
So it's there. I just have to be brave and learn how to control that a little bit more in the ring.
So, World Cup final, yes. Is that on the agenda?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, there's no stopping us.
We're so proud, I think, here in Australia to know that we'll be so well represented. You'll be our strongest representative yet. I know you've done it in the past, Northern
Charisma in '99 at Dortmund.
Great.
Yes.
Chatham-Part Jack, who's gone on to compete successfully for a Swedish young rider, and I believe now on the big tour, also totally produced by you, Jack, a jazz offspring.
Yes.
JB Alabaster, Glorio, bred by Bev Chug. Bred and owned by Bev Chug. Elwyn Schockermüller, I believe, bred the mother of Bev.
I believe so, yes, yes.
Good owner, I dare say.
She's an amazing owner. She's been through a lot, the ups and downs of the sport and with Grand Prix over the last 4 years and getting Alabaster to this point. She's had a lot more faith in me than I ever thought was possible from an owner, and I put my plans forward and I say, no, we're not doing that show, and tell her why, or this is my plan for this year. And to start with, we had a stallion, who was pre-St George and had some Grand Prix movements. And over the time of building the Grand Prix and trying to confirm the movements and under the pressure, he wasn't happy as a stallion to do that work. And it was a big call for the owner. And she said to me, I think we must look at gelding him. I said, look, I know you earn a lot of income from this stallion. It's not my decision to make. And I said to her at the time, if you geld this horse, I will get it to Kentucky for you. I don't know where that came from, but it worked. Put my foot in it again.
And look, I think we're all wishing you the very best on your way to London. You did a great job in Kentucky. You make it sound easy. You know, you said you had a Prix St George horse. Frankly, he didn't have a lot of strength, and you've built that strength, and we look forward to seeing you continue on your path. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.